Welcome back to Suladan Plays Dark Souls 2. The episode where we punch the Fume Knight, or attempt to do so, depending on if he'll stay within my punching range. You know, that was what made the Ivory King unpleasant, his refusal to stay in punch range. But he has a tendency to jump away a lot, so... In any case, we're just gonna run right in and get to going. Bye, fellas. That was a little bit of a risky thing for me to be in there doing. Okay, so one punch is all you get. That's a problem. I mean, that hits. I guess that could... I forgot to fix the volume. I love that that missed me. Okay, hang on. Give me my mouse pointer, dang it. Games that steal the mouse pointer, and then games that give you back the mouse pointer if you open a menu. In any case, now the volume should be properly limited because the boss music, while glorious, is loud if I don't put a limiter on it. I'm just throwing the word limiter around. It's technically not called a limiter. It's a gain reduction, but... I did. You know what I don't feel like dealing with? That guy out there, and I need to... No, I already swapped my rings around. 5 more strength really isn't adding that much damage. I'm gonna go to the Ring of Binding. This'll reduce the number of effigies I've got to waste. We'll see if I can hit him with that. This is probably going to be a long, drawn-out, annoying thing. Unless I can get him to where he gets rid of the other sword. Which is really beneficial for me. Wow, that barely hurt him at all. That's what I need to hit him with. I really dislike that little sword. I love fighting the Fume Knight, don't get me wrong. I just don't like that he uses 2 movesets until you get him down to a certain amount of health. That I find obnoxious. Because it makes it really hard to have... Why won't you... I was telling him to, you know, un-two-hand that. It makes it obnoxious because he constantly switches movesets. You get used to one and he'll flip to the other, but when you get him to a certain point of health, he stops doing that and becomes easier. Man. Bosses typically go the other way and get harder as they get hurt. There we go. I think I'm getting back in the swing of it. I need my Chloranthy ring, though. You know, he was more fun when he couldn't two-shot me. I'm just not the type of person that enjoys New Game Pluses, I guess. What was it doing? Chloranthy Ring. I like a challenge, but there comes a point where it becomes more of a masochism than a challenge. You know, hats off to you people that play New Game Plus 20, but I really just can't be bothered to care at the point when every enemy in the game can one-shot me. What's the point in the game at that point? Well, especially given how many times enemies get to gang up on you, that would just be, to me, a horrible idea. I'm gonna have to switch weapons, like that. He swings his sword faster than I can do that. You know what's bad is when he enchants the sword and there's no longer a safe range. I think what gets me is I love boss fights that feel like a duel, but there's the problem of they get to two-hit me, and that makes it less like a duel and more like fighting a Colossus. I would much prefer a duel where we both have equal health, and it's actually a battle of skill, not a, can I dodge everything you throw at me while, you know, hitting you sort of scenario. Oh, I forgot he's got a right swing. And there's the... Now he's gonna focus on his big sword. But his big sword is now a little faster. And has a wider... Oh, back. Oh, come on. There is no call for it doing that much damage. I'm glad you missed that stab, because I was dead otherwise. I lose more time and energy trying to get my health up. One-shotted. And with that, I'm switching weapons. I'm sorry, I'd like to punch him, but I can't be bothered. If he can one-shot me, or very nearly one-shot me, I'm not going to handicap myself by using a weapon that does less damage. And has less reach. And generally less of a lot of things. Aha! I thought I saw that last swing coming. Will you cut it out? And let me recharge my blasted stamina! I got a Chloranthy ring on, and you're just combo attacking everything. You know, that would take 4 rolls to get out of. I think a lot of the problem with attacks that require multiple rolls is in Dark Souls 2, any roll past the first one takes more stamina. So if you have a boss that takes 4 rolls to get, you know, out of his combo, 3 if I roll straight away from him, but if I want to roll left and right to dodge it, it eats through most of my stamina bar, and I have I have max stamina. You know, I have 200 to this soft cap being 120. Okay, I didn't see that hit me, but I'll take your word for it. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That does way more damage than it rightly should. I rolled way too early. I'll be honest on that one. I should have been hit by that. I'm dead. The fact that he has his sword keeps doing damage even after the swing sometimes, like you'll roll through it and get hit. It only happens when his sword is enchanted. I assume it's meant to be the, you know, the flaming bit. The black flames. The black flames of fume. The black fumes. No, sir. I'm not having none of that. I'm not having none of that. At least that slow side sweep is one of his easiest to dodge attacks. Had to waste a perfectly good chance to attack you. Yay, he legitimately can one-shot me. I just feel like it would be so much more fun to fight him, or fight any of the, you know, dual style bosses like Sir Alon, in a fight where they don't do, you know, the majority of your health in a single hit. It's more like a duel if there's a closer power level. I honestly think that most bosses are designed with the assumption that you'll dodge right, which once in a while it works to my favor. You'll have a boss that attacks to the right, and then I laugh because none of it hits me. But I dodge left. I always dodge left. Not always. The majority of the time, I dodge left. Life gem. That still would have hit me. That's just such a wide swing. See, that's more like a duel where, you know, I can take a hit, he can take a hit. I mean, of course, he can't heal. I took his Healy thing away. I am not dealing with Fume Knight with his ability to heal. If we had closer to the same amount of health, though, then it would be fair for the player to not be able to heal. You make up for the difference in health by having to know when you can duck away and heal. Oh, no, no, no. Isn't it about time for you to do your thing? Oh, that was cheap. There we go. I don't know what any of that was, sir. I think we were both being weird there. I couldn't tell if that was a forward stab or a swing that was incoming. Oh, I'm way too close to the edge of the arena. You never want to get close to the edge of the... That is not the button I meant to push. That is not the button I meant to push. I love when you do that multiple times in a row. Oh, come on, come on. Because for once he recovered quickly. Normally when he does that big side sweep, I've got time for a lot of things. But no, that time he didn't. It's a fun fight until the RNG gets him into a large-scale combo that you can't get away. Will you stop that? What are you doing? Okay, this is just ridiculous. I lost count of how many times that happened. Fun fact, when he does the big flamethrower side sweep, it does actually reach slightly behind him, so do be careful if you get too far to the left of behind him. You can still get grazed by it. Unpleasantly so. Trying to get away because my stamina's getting low, but he gets into where, like, he just refuses to let me back off. I didn't roll. Got it, got it, got it. Okay. Oh, great, my joystick's getting slippery. He can still one-shot me with that. Back, back, back. Good. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Not a good time, eyebrow. There we go. Gotcha. Nope, didn't go fast enough. If you do it fast enough, you can do the things. What was the other ring I had on? I don't remember. Oh, I need my stone ring. In any case, there we go. Fume Knight. All in all, I really do enjoy the Fume Knight. My problems with him come more from, in this case, New Game Plus's boosts to him. He is one of the most enjoyable boss fights, at least on standard difficulty, because it's so much like a duel. And unlike Sir Alon, he doesn't randomly charge across the arena with an attack whose speed is slightly dependent on how far away from him you are. It's one of the things with Sir Alon that always gets me, is that his dash seems to have variable timing on it. But in any case, I do enjoy the Fume Knight. Part of my problem is I dodge to the left too much. Part of it's, anytime I get hurt, I always try to back off and heal. It's a habit I have in every game. If you hit me, I back off and heal. I mean, if you take enough of my health to warrant it.
Bearer of until.
I get ahead of myself. I make risky moves, like trying to take 2 attacks. I can hit him twice normally every time he does the flamethrower, but there's a small chance that he'll recover and hit me. And, you know, nearly 2-shot me. Well, 2-shot me, not nearly. Excuse me. Excuse me. And part of it is the new game plus. He's got more health, he does more damage. Whereas I don't. But I do enjoy the fight, and I know there's people out there that can, you know, beat him in new game plus 20 without ever taking a hit, barehanded or with the ladle. You know, just to each their own. I'm not that good. I've never claimed to be. I do this for fun. Well, the new game plus thing was partly because I've never done it before, but I will admit it's been a mix of fun and frustration. But our journey nears its end. I just have the Poison DLC to do left. And then we end the game. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time.